What's up, everybody? I want to talk about today. I was at the gym and I love listening to Chris Williams and Alex Hormozi when they have a podcast together, because it's absolutely just one of the most valuable conversations that I've ever heard. And I listened to it on replay, and I got excited because I just found out that there's another one that they're about to release on Monday, and it'll probably be a 3.5 hour one. And I think they've done 3 together so far. If you want to listen to it, it's the Modern Wisdom Podcast, and you can search Alex Hormozi and you'll find the episodes that they've done together. And Alex Hormozi is a business guy, but however, he's also not. The advice that he gives, the things that he says, are things that I apply to and truly believe and have really put into action every single day if I can. And the reason, one of the main reasons why I loved listening to what he says is because he was one of the main people that made me realize that when all you do is consume, when you think that, just by listening to this audiobook or by reading that book or by watching this YouTube video or by listening to that motivational video, when all you do is just consume and consume and consume, it's like mental masturbation. Because you're not really doing anything with it. In fact, it's actually making it worse for you because you're not applying anything. And you create this kind of loop in your head of you thinking that if I listen to the thing, then I will become the thing. But it's not true. You have to put it to action. And the lesson that I took in today, which again, I've heard it on repeat 3 or 4 times, maybe even more than that. The lesson I took today was that you have to take your power back. Like, the reason why we are all where we are at is because of the things that we've been through, the things that we've done. But that also means that in the past, you've given your power to people before. You've done something because you thought someone would judge you if you didn't do that thing. Or you've done something because you wanted to avoid someone getting angry with you or yelling at you, whether that's your mom, your dad, your best friend, your brother, your sister, your wife. You've done something in the past that wasn't what you wanted to do because you thought that you had to, but you have to take your power back. So that pain that you feel, whatever situation you're in right now, if you're unhappy with it, believe it or not, sometimes it has to get worse. Because that relationship that you're in, that job that you have, the body that you are currently keeping right now that you think it's good enough, or your job that is making you miserable, but you think, oh, I'm not too miserable, like it's okay. Or that relationship that you find yourself in that you're like, well, it could be worse. Like, I hate that. I hate the theory and the concept of it could be worse. Of course it could be worse. But why would we want it to be, right? Well, here's why. Sometimes we keep looking for that passion. We keep looking for that drive. We keep looking for that devotion, which I talk about. We keep looking for that thing that's going to make us do something better. It's going to make us actually go and do our workouts 5 times a week, or eat the meals that we're supposed to eat, or not late night binge, or not drink the alcohol when we shouldn't. We're looking for that thing that's going to make us do that, right? Because we're looking for something to be excited about. But we're ignoring that pain. It's the cat and the mouse. We all are looking for this piece of cheese, something that's going to make us happy, make us feel better. But we forget that we have a cat behind us. The cat is much larger motivation, and you have to use it that way. Because if you realize that there's pain behind you, and if you don't do the thing that you should do, if you don't make the change in your life, if you don't stop drinking, if you don't leave that relationship, if you don't quit your job, if you don't make the decision to stop wasting money every single day at Starbucks, like, it's the little things, it really is. Like, you will stay in that cycle that you're in. You will be miserable, but I promise you, if you take your power back and you do the thing that aligns with you, because you understand that the worst case scenario is right behind you, sometimes you have to twist that knife into your back and let it hurt and let it freaking just be painful. Because sometimes your situation has to get worse, or else you will stay where you're at. Sometimes you have to break the scale for you to be so freaking miserable that you're like, I'm going to do something about this. Sometimes you have to be so miserable that is what drives you to make a change in your life. So don't think of you trying to find something that makes you happy to do something about it. Think about the fact that you have 1,000 reasons of why you've been miserable, that now you can use that to get out of the situation you're in. We keep looking for something to be excited about. We keep looking for something to motivate us, to be the reason why we make the change in our lives. We have that reason right there, and it's right behind you, and you just ignore it because you think that that's just the way life is, but life isn't like that. Life isn't meant to be miserable. So dig that knife into your back. Allow yourself to realize that there is evil in staying where you are at. There is displeasure there, and use it. Use it to your advantage, and use it to create change in your life. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do it for you. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for joining. If you just tuned in, Savannah, you can go ahead and watch this live. It'll be posted here in a second. So if you just tuned in, I do suggest you come back and watch it. The topic was stop looking for pleasure or happiness to motivate you to do things, and realize that the pain is valid.